I had more fun teaching this course than any class I've ever taught at William & Mary. We started down in Williamsburg. Students got to read a lot, they had to write a lot. We had in-class lectures for 4 weeks, and then we took the show on the road and brought our theory up to Washington, D.C. In the class, we had 2 assignments that students were working on up here. Each student had an individual policy memo that they worked on, and they got feedback in 7 different iterations on their policy memo. Over the course of 2 months, they became experts in a particular policy area. But students were also asked to work on a team to do a policy briefing. Very condensed period of time, lots of pressure to learn how to work with a group of other professionals when you might not agree. And then they had to brief that policy idea to a group of practitioners, many of them William & Mary alums, and they were wonderful. The students had a lot of opportunities to speak with a wide variety of different people here in Washington, D.C. So we talked to folks at the IMF, the World Bank, USAID, the Pentagon, people at think tanks, people in the private sector, all talking about the policy making process and the policy implementation process. And the questions that the students asked were on point in 2 ways. They spoke to the issues that we raised in the theoretical section of the class, but they also just asked a lot of really interesting substantive questions. I think you might be getting the impression that I had as much or more fun on this adventure than the students, and you'd be correct. But aside from the amazing guest speakers, we teach this class because it fits with our mission, to provide policy-relevant, transformational experiences for William & Mary students. I can think of no better way to combine theory and practice than taking the lessons learned in the classroom and putting them to the test up in Washington, D.C.